Hey everybody, Mark Agnesi here again in the back room of Norman's Rare Guitars. Welcome back to another episode of Guitar of the Day.
Woohoo!
3 more to go, guys.
So excited.
So excited. All right. The birthday shout-outs are getting out of control, I just gotta say. But we're gonna continue to do them here. We've got a whole list that we've compiled between Jen and myself of just the ones that we've seen. Let's see. Jen's homegirl, Athena Bohm. What's up, girl?
Happy birthday!
We met at a party one time, I think. Happy birthday.
Traveling queen.
She's the traveling queen. Memphis Costello, Sydney, Australia. What's up? How you doing, man? Let's see, what else do we have here? Alistair in the UK. It's not his birthday. I think he just had surgery or something. He's in the hospital. Get well soon, man. Cheers from Los Angeles. And then let's see what else I got. I got Tyler Jalkowski. Happy birthday, dude. He said play some Led Zeppelin. I got you, homie. What else? We got Chris Lane. Also his birthday. So if you're doing a bass, play some James Brown. Or Led Zeppelin. We'll do Led Zeppelin, we'll do some James Brown too. Finally, final birthday wish of the day. My homie, Hex Henderson. 56 years old today. God, you're so old.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Hex. The king of all things steel, man. Go back through the old Norm's videos. There's a thing, me and Hex on the couch doing sleepwalk and playing this all day. Fantastic.
Yes.
Pretty good, except for the rhythm guitar player, some hack. But, all right, 3 guitar of the days left for the year. Thank the Lord. Lord baby Jesus. Infant God. Barely spoken a word. 3 left. It's the final Thumpin' Thursday of the year. God, on that too. Yesterday wasn't quite weird enough for the Weird Ass Wednesday because it was a Gibson guitar, even though it was kind of weird. So I'm gonna do like a weird ass Thumpin' Thursday for you.
Ooh.
You guys have been wanting one of these. Well, nobody's been wanting one of these. Some people have requested one of these. It's the last Thumpin' Thursday of the year. Let's get weird. Come on back. This is from 1980. This is an original Kramer DMZ-5000B aluminum neck bass. Original walnut and maple body and natural finish. Pair of Dimarzio pickups, and of course the aluminum tuning fork headstock.
Wow.
What?
That's crazy.
Cray cray.
That case though.
Oh yeah, that's from 1980 for sure. Tan and army green. Oh yeah.
It looks like it's soft.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Oh, show off those nails, girl.
No.
Okay, so let's talk Kramers. Because we've never done one. 400 and some episodes in, it's the first Kramer. We don't get a lot of Kramers, that's why we don't do them. Believe me, if I get some of the stuff you guys request, I'll do it. We buy Fender and Gibson because people like that. We're trying to stay in business here, you know? So Kramer comes out, a guy named Gary Kramer, a couple of partners, launched Kramer Guitars in 1976. A few years before that, there was a guy named Travis Bean, started making aluminum neck instruments that were kind of catching on, and popular thought there in the 70s was, you know, the aluminum neck would create a much more stable instrument because wood obviously expands, contracts, can move, can warp. So they thought the steel would be a lot better way of doing it. Now, anyone who's ever played a Travis Bean instrument will tell you the pleasure of how heavy it was to hold. So in 76, when Kramer came out, they kind of wanted to come up with a new way of packaging the aluminum neck instrument. So first off, like all the other 70s companies, freaking walnut sandwiched with maple. People love the brown in the 70s. But these are bolt-on necks. And then what they did, as you'll see, their aluminum neck is like a T-bar almost. So it's aluminum on the top and then kind of curves out. In the spaces on the side, using epoxy, they would then either add in strip of, this is rosewood, or it was walnut, I'm sorry, this is walnut, or they did maple, like a curly maple or bird's eye maple. Now what this did was have the wood exposed on the outside, would give you the feel like you're playing a wood neck instrument, as opposed to this big, cold, clunky piece of aluminum, like kind of like the Travis Beans. But that T-bar would still kind of give you the stability that everybody was looking for in the aluminum neck. Now on their fretboards, this is not wood. This is a substance called ebenol, which I guess you could most closely compare to like the stuff they make bowling balls out of. It's kind of like that really hard, rigid, doesn't move again to pair with the aluminum neck to have something else that's not going to warp or change its shape like wood can. So ebonol on the fretboard, the aluminum T-bar, we have the walnut inserts, and then of course to set them apart with bitchin' looks, we have the tuning fork headstock. Now these bases started in '76. This one's a little bit later, so a couple different things going on with this one. First of all, they wanted to kind of pair these instruments with a high-end hardware company as well, which at the time, Schaller was kind of the company that everybody was using. So you'll see it's got the Schaller tuners on there from the factory. It's got the Schaller bridge, and all of the Kramer guitars also had Schaller pickups. Now, once you get into like '79, Kramer kind of teams up with Dimarzio to come up with a very specific set of pickups for the instruments. That's why this one's called a DMZ-5000B for bass, DMZ for Dimarzio. So for '79, '80, '81, you have these Dimarzio ones. Now this is the highest end one, the 4000. They also did one, the 5000. They also did the 4000, which just had the P-bass pickup. The 5000 gives you the addition of the jazz bass pickup. We got a three-way selector switch to you know, one, both, or back. We have a volume and tone for the bridge. We have a volume and tone for the P-bass pickup. And then each one of these little mini toggles, they call the power bass function or the tone function. So the power bass just gives you a little more oomph and boost.
Wow, it's a lot of information.
I mean, come on. So yeah, they're interesting basses. By the time you get into like '81 and moving forward, Kramer got big enough that they had the production facility to really start mass producing stuff, and that's when they get out of this kind of '70s style and they start to transition into the pointy headstock stuff, which really was when they really came into their thing. You know, Eddie Van Halen started to discover Kramer, the Berettas and everything, the banana headstock stuff like we were talking about yesterday, and then Kramer kind of became the industry standard, the finest guitar in the world for a long period there in the 1980s. But by the time that happened around '81, the aluminum thing kind of went by the wayside. So this is a really good example of the high-end model in its walnut and maple glory with the original case, man. Let's go to the couch. Let's plug this guy up. We'll get some James Brown in there. We'll get some Zepp in there. Figure something else to play too. We'll hear this thing in all of its glory. Let's go do it. It's Weird Ass Thumping Thursday.
Woo!
All right, we're out front. We got the 1980 Kramer DMZ-5000B bass guitar with the aluminum neck, walnut and maple sandwich body, Dimarzio pickups. We got it going through Rumble 200 from Fender today. All EQs at noon, turned up real loud. Everything's rumbling. Let's start just with the P-bass pickup on its own. Let's just hear what that sounds like by itself here. Cool. Let's go into the middle position on the switch here. Now we're listening to both that P-bass and jazz bass pickup together. See what we got here. pickup, jazz bass, all by itself, wide effing opener. From 1980, Kramer aluminum neck DMZ-5000B, the top of the line model. Dimarzio's design specifically for Kramer pickups, 1P, 1J, volumes and tones for each. Aluminum neck with the tuning fork headstock, bowling ball fretboard. So rad, original case. Walnut and maple, it's so 70s and early 80s. I love it, man. That's the final Thumpin' Thursday for the year, thank Christ. And we don't have to worry about that for a while. Follow me on Instagram, at Mark Agnesi. Follow the store at Norman's Rare Guitars. Check this and the rest of these guitars out online at normansrareguitars.com. 2 more days till Christmas vacation, boo.
I know. Hurry.
We'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the final Flat Top Friday of 2017. It's bitchin'. I got something so cool just came in yesterday. Very, very excited about it. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you guys then. Peace.
Bye.